Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So, in this video, I want to talk about perceptions. I want to talk about, are you viewing the world as your new self? I want to talk about this topic because this is a recurring topic that I keep getting from clients, and this is something that I have talked about before in one of my videos, but I don't see a lot of people cover. I think that perceptions is one of the biggest topic that needs to be covered in the manifestation community as a whole, because perceptions is something that I have seen is a very big key for us to maintain our manifestations and to handle our resistance better. So in this video, I will be sharing the whole concept of perceptions. If any one of you has my self-concept course, a lot of people already have it. If you need the details of the course, you can check the link down in my website and you can check the details of the course. Then I have discovered this topic and covered this topic in detail there. So let's talk about perceptions, and let's first discuss a few theoretical concepts about the whole concept of manifestation. So I see a lot of people talk about beliefs, that we have to change our beliefs. It's all about the belief system. It's all about the core needs. It's all about doing things like that, which is definitely true. It starts with the beliefs always. Always it starts with a thought, a perception, a feeling that you have developed and you feel is right, and how you take it forward in your life and how you make it something that is a part of you. But a belief is not just the end all be all, because if the belief was the only thing that mattered, then you would have gotten what you wanted till now from the thousands and millions of affirmations you have repeated. So the belief is not everything, because the belief in itself as a whole always in life is going to be accompanied by something. So every time you have a belief, you have perceptions based on that belief. That is the second point, every time. And this is a natural process. You do this right now too, and I will explain it with a few examples as I move ahead, but you will understand that you do it now too. Even when you have been working with law of assumption, you have been doing this already. It's just that you have not understood it in specific terms, which sometimes makes it difficult for us to process it. Then those perceptions turn into actions, which means things that we do in the physical world that harm our journey. A lot of times these actions are decisions, and these are not very helpful decisions that we are taking. These are decisions that we are taking by ourselves, for some reason that is not fully helpful, not fully healthy, and not fully aligned to the new version of ourselves that we want to be. And then the last thing is boundaries. The last thing that we have to understand is, after based on those actions, we have particular boundaries in place. So let me give you an example so that we can understand this right now, and then we will get into deeper into how perceptions matter and why perceptions is a topic that is not talked about often. So for example, I have a belief that I'm not good enough. I believe I don't deserve everything that I want. I don't believe I'm worth the full thing, the full relationship, the full job, the full money, things like that. Based on that, I perceive everything in my world from that lens. So an example of that could be that I got a job offer, but the job offer pays me lesser than what everyone around me is getting for the same amount. But because my belief system tells me that that is like I don't deserve the full thing, I will perceive this situation based on that belief system. So I will perceive this from the eyes of someone who believes that they don't have the thing that they need to have a good job. They don't have the worth that they need to be in a good job. And from here, I will perceive it that, okay, maybe I should settle. Maybe this is what I should go after. This is just an example. Of course, it depends on situation to situation. Then based on that, I will do an action, which means I will settle. And then I will have boundaries, which means even if I'm getting lesser, I will never raise my voice. I will never stand up for myself, because somewhere I believe that that's what I deserve. A lot of people get stuck into this because we keep working on changing our belief system, which is definitely important. But after changing our belief system, we are still not changing our perceptions. And perceptions play a huge role in how you perceive the situation and how you handle the resistance and get out of it, specifically in specific person situations. So I'm getting into the perception topic now. I will also give you some examples of the specific person situation that you can look at. So think about it this way. If you are someone who is manifesting a specific person and you feel like you have changed your belief system, but every time I see an opposite circumstance or every time I see something happening in that situation that isn't in alignment to what I want it to be, ask yourself this question: is it truly not in alignment to what I want it to be, or am I perceiving it from a way which is making it connected to my old belief system because my perceptions are still wrong? For example, I text my specific person, and the specific person and I have been in touch for a while now. Let's say we are dating or whatever the situation is, and they did not text me back for a day. How do I perceive this? Because from a point of view of someone who believes that they have the self-worth, who believes that they have the self-love, who believes that they have the confidence, and who knows that they are the ideal partner, who has that knowing, they would be perceiving the situation from a way where they would be saying that, oh, probability is that maybe they are busy, maybe they have something going on, and that's fine if they haven't texted one day, right? Maybe we will get in touch tonight. They would be thinking about me and wanting to text me all this time, all this while. A compromised belief system would look at it from a way where they would say that, okay, why haven't they texted me? Maybe they don't think about me. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe they are ignoring me. Maybe they are ghosting me. Maybe I'm not important to them. Maybe I'm not prioritized and chosen. You see how a situation that happened, which was just a situation, which did not have any meaning of its own, which did not have any reason for its own, which did not actually mean anything without us providing a meaning to it, I provided it a meaning based on what I truly think about myself rather than what I truly want to think about myself. Because here I can change my perception and I can look at it from a positive standpoint, but because that's not a topic that I have actually understood and applied, I'm looking at it still from the old version of me. Because I'm looking at it still from the old version of me, I'm perceiving things as the old version of me. And because I'm perceiving things as the old version of me, I'm getting that back. See, a major thing that you guys will experience is as you will work on yourself, you will get better at getting the manifestations. And when I say that getting it, what that essentially means is that I will get better at receiving movement. I will get better at receiving it, right? But the issues will start when you will have to sustain it. Because manifesting a person and manifesting wealth is not like manifesting a car. With manifesting a car, you get it, it's done, it's finished, it's yours. With a person, once you get it, that does not necessarily mean that it is going to stay. Because the whole purpose of the game of being in a relationship is to continuously keep playing. It is not an end game, which means that I don't want the relationship that starts and eventually ends. I want a relationship which starts and it maintains and it stays and it keeps going on forever. Because I want the relationship to come and to stay and to keep going on forever, my perceptions have to come from a manner where my new belief system is in charge of how I perceive situations. Because if I don't perceive situations as the new version of me, if I don't look at situations as the new version of me, what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to get men in my life or get women in my life the way that I want, but eventually they are not going to stay because somewhere in my mind, I still perceive situations as the old version of me, which does not help me. Perceptions also are very big reason why we get extra resistance for things we shouldn't get that much resistance for. What that essentially means is that maybe the triggers that I'm getting right now, some of them are from the outside world, but a lot of them are self-inflicted triggers because of how I'm perceiving that situation, how I'm looking at that situation. If I'm looking at the situation from the lenses of the disempowered self, if I'm looking at the situation from the lenses of the old me, if I'm looking at the situation from the lenses of someone who does not believe that they are worthy of love, does someone who does not believe they are worthy of the attention and the full manifestation, then I will be perceiving situations from a way where I will be looking at circumstances and getting triggered by them rather than them triggering me. I will be creating triggers in my mind because that's how I know how to live. Because that's what my comfortable zone is. Because that's how I perceive situations. Because that's how I've always perceived situations. It's totally okay if you get thoughts and get fears and get resistance in a way which tells you that you are afraid. That's fine. Having fears is fine. Having resistance is fine. Having any sort of discomfort in this journey is totally normal. It just means that you are human. But Every time I will have an initial reaction internally to something. After that, I will have an opportunity to look at it from a separate way. Creating new perceptions is a habit. It's a decision that we take over a period of time because we want to be someone who gets what they want and then it stays up for them for a while. For us to be able to do that, we need to be in a position to be able to get these things in a longer and a sustainable manner by changing our perceptions and making it something that our new self would do. A very good question that I have seen has worked for me is when every time a circumstance happens, or what I consider a circumstance happens, or I get triggered by something, I ask myself, am I perceiving this situation from the old me, or am I perceiving this situation as the new me? Because if the answer is that I'm doing it as the old me, then there is a big chance that I'm letting it turn into something which it is not. I'm letting it turn into something which it isn't, and I'm making it a bigger deal out of, like, I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it truly is. And then I ask myself, how would the new me perceive the situation? And then I make sure that I put my time and effort to view this situation as the new me, because that is eventually what will matter. I will be making more videos on this topic because I think this topic needs some more limelight and spotlight, and I think that this should work for all of you if you apply it properly. I will see you guys in the next video and hope you have a good day. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions and I will see you guys in the next one.